Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May peace, mercy, and blessings of Almighty be on all of you. NLP coach Kanis Fatima this side. I help people to get unstuck, outwit their hurdles in life, and move ahead with confidence and ease. In this video, I will be sharing some tips about positive parenting. And I'm also going to share a series of videos in this topic. Have you ever wondered why crimes, tragedies, and war has taken place on earth so far? One of the main reasons could be the wrong upbringing. I seriously take this issue. Upbringing of a child is the responsibility of both parents and teachers, and they both play a vital role in the life of a child. A child who is punished frequently will end up his life being a dreadful criminal. A child who is subjected to social trauma, or I can say humiliations and insults, will lose his self confidence and self image. He is not able to take right decisions at right time. They can't set meaningful goals in their lives. Thirdly, when child is not getting enough love and affection, he becomes more insensitive towards others' feelings. He doesn't want to seek love from his parents, but he wants to seek love and affection from the external world. They try to be more selfish. In today's video, I will be explaining about the first point that I have discussed right now. It's about punishing the children. Let me explain what happens when we punish a child. Our action of punishment will be shaping the child's behavior. And this behavior reflects not just during his childhood days, it reflects even after he reaches adulthood and work with his life partner. There are certain rules that has to be followed when you punish a child. First one, never threaten something that you do not act upon. That is, I can say, for example, if you do this, I will throw you out of the house. Now just imagine the very statement, if you do this, I will put you out. You are giving them a chance to commit this mistake. If you do this, the statement itself is wrong. Try to give an alternative sentence. Do not do this mistake again. When you say that, you are not giving them a chance to commit this mistake. And secondly, when you say something that you do not want to act, the situation turns adverse. The child may say, yes, throw me out of the house. I can be more happier. I can stay happier without you. You lose your authority. Your authority is crumbled. You have no other option but shut your mouth. So never do this. Let me explain what happened to a Japanese couple. They had an argument with their child who was of 7 years old, and they left the child in the midway and went around 100 yards just to punish the child. Literally, the child went missing. And how long? It was for 7 days. A week long, parents had to wait for their child. Can you imagine? He was found in the woods after 7 days. Give them some time to mend their ways. I will give you 10 minutes. Try to figure out what your problem is and come up with a solution. Tell them. Try to explain to them and give them a specific time to improve. Within 15 minutes, within 10 minutes, come up with a solution. Come up with a better approach. Punishments are needed, but in a gentle way. Make them feel that they are going to miss some of their favorite things, maybe the screen time, or maybe the play time, or maybe the pocket money. Maybe for a week or so, you are extending that punishment. Make them feel that if they do this mistake, they are punished or they are going to lose something of that which is favorable to them or which is important for them. Second point, mean it when you say. If you do not punish whatever you have warned about or you have mentioned about, you will be taken for granted. The child's brain perceives things in that way and their behaviors get reinforced. So never do this mistake again. Third point, be determined. Scribbling on the walls, no crayons for a week. Now what happens? There is no drama or no negotiation in between. You will not have any chance. For a week, you will not be getting crayons. Give them some papers or any other things to rightly scribble or keep them handy. Make them feel that this is more easier. Scribbling on the wall is much more difficult as I have to face the consequences later. The last and the most important one, talk to kids. Make them understand why you want to emphasize these behaviors. Try to talk to them, try to understand what they feel when they do this mistake. Make them feel good, what is good and what is bad for themselves. Let them decide. Give them give them a clear picture what is good, what is bad, why things are to be avoided and why certain things are to be done. That's all for today. Signing off for now. Hope you like this video. Assalamu alaikum.